Can we get Gab's starting 11? This is who he thinks at the moment could start for the opening game, of course, for Chelsea. You look at it, Don, and you kind of think, is this side, is it good enough to make a statement in this Premier League?
No. Just because they've spent 200 million on Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, that can blur your vision a little bit. And Nkunku needs a season where he's going to stay fit. Neto needs a season where he's going to stay fit. But we've watched them in pre-season. Reece James has not had a good pre-season. He's the skipper. Okay. So you probably know he's going to start. Cucurella, I would imagine, might start at left-back once he's fully fit. But I look at that team and I just think, where's the experience? Where's the
$1 billion?
Well, yeah, where's it gone? And the reason why, I said about fantasy football is Brentford put a bid in for Mykhailo Mudryk of about 25 million, 30 million about 2 seasons ago. Arsenal put a bid in at like 60 odd, and then Chelsea went, no, we'll give you like 85. And it's like, you don't really know what you're doing. It's like Todd Bowley's going out and spending all this money. And it's like, if you're spending all this money on like the Drogbas and the Frank Lampards and the John Terrys and the Ashley Coles and the Ballacks and all the superstar players, you go, I absolutely get it. But the buy-in players where you think, these guys won't be at Chelsea in 2 years' time. Some of that starting 11 might not be at Chelsea in 3 or 4 years' time. There's nothing for Chelsea fans to try and grab onto. Arne Slot very quickly at Liverpool, he's been asked the question, where are your new signings? And I know it's slightly different, but it's a decent comparison. And he said, the squad that I've got and the individuals I've got, at the minute, I can't buy better than them. So he's not just going in the market and buying like 6 or 7 players that he doesn't really either want or not going to fit into his squad. He's being patient, where Chelsea just going out and playing fantasy football and just signing players left, right and centre.
And opposition teams can smell that, yeah, Stevie? If you're going up against a side you know is fractured.
Absolutely, yeah. You look at the side and you look at it on paper and you think, OK, they got some good players, but other than Palmer, nobody's getting anywhere close to what they're supposed to. And then you look at that back line scares me for fun. I mean, Badiashile and Fofana, I'm sorry. I think they overpaid for Fofana, no question, from Leicester. I don't think he's produced. I'm not so sure he will, ever. And, of course, Reece James, you don't know what's going to happen with him. Is he going to last? I mean, on paper, some good players, but as a unit, you don't mind playing against them.
Gab, you're pulling a lot of faces.
No, look, first of all, I didn't say this is going to be their starting 11 for the first game of the season.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what you told everyone, Gab. I saw it, you tweeted it, I saw it on your MySpace, Friends Reunited, everywhere.
But actually, the point is, Gab, that if you do change that 11, there's that back line, there's not a player that you can put in there that they've got that makes it any better.
I mean, the
Tosin guy, for example, the guy's bang average. So let's just take the back line, for example. You can't make any changes that makes it any better.
No. Look, I think this is the best case scenario 11 if everybody works out, right? This is where I think that they want to get to. I mean, to be fair to them, I think some of the signings they felt that they had to make. Neither of the 2 goalkeepers were particularly impressive last year, so they bring in another kid who's 22, and there'll be a competition, and they'll get some money back for Sanchez, or more likely for Sasha Petrovic. Omaradian, they had to get in another striker. I presume Neto's there because they have some sort of exit strategy for Raheem Sterling. They are gambling, okay? They're doubling down and they are gambling. And I think we have to accept that. They're trying to build a team in a very different way. It could blow up really, really badly in their faces. But I think it is interesting what they're trying to do. And what I can tell you about the players that they have signed over the last couple windows, those are players that every big club wanted. Those guys, as somebody put it to me, they didn't just choose guys off the menu. They just bought the whole freaking menu. So these are very, very gifted young players. Now, the question is, can they grow? We'll see. But there is a strategy there. Believe me, it may not work out. It may be a bad strategy, but there is a strategy. And the other point is, people are saying, they're buying players left, right, and center. They're buying kids left, right, and center. Right? They're not going out and buying ready-made footballers.
Pedro Neto is 24.
Part of the strategy. We have to. I'm sorry?
Pedro Neto is 24. He's not a child.
But Yes, and he comes from Wolves, and they think the transfer fee is ridiculous and whatever. But what I'm saying is they're not going out, they're not buying players or starting players from Paris Saint-Germain or Atletico Madrid or Liverpool or other big clubs. They're buying players who they think have a legitimate upside. I mean, that's generally been the profile of the player that they've bought, and that's in keeping with that strategy. Neto, I don't know, maybe some weirdo fetish obsession that Maresca has because he likes little people. I don't know about Neto, okay? But if you feel you need a left footer because somebody's leaving, fine.